The Springboks versus the All Blacks. Goliath versus Goliath. Eden Park, a fortress unbeaten in 50 tests. One win each, one loss each. And now, the championship in the balance. The South Africans chasing the impossible, while New Zealand attempting to defend their kingdom. This is why we love the game. This is do or die. And the question is, who will rise and who will fall? That is right, folks. This is arguably the biggest test match in modern day rugby championship history. And today I will be giving you my prediction of the squad, the South African squad that I believe can do the impossible and win at Eden Park. Now, like I mentioned in that intro, Eden Park is a fortress and the Springboks need to go being prepared for an absolute war. So nonetheless, let's get right into the squad. First of all, in our front row, I'm going for the tried and tested. I'm going for Oxenchair, Malcolm Marx, and Wilco Louw. Now, there's some questions with the tight head position, whether you play Thomas du Toit or you play Vincent Koch. But for me, Vincent Koch has not had near enough minutes that he needs to be able to competitively play in this game. And I think that Wilco Louw has been outperforming Thomas du Toit in the times that he's been able to wear the green and gold jersey. Now, obviously, going into this tour to New Zealand, Bongi Bonambi was announced, but due to some family issues, Bongi Bonambi is staying in South Africa and will not be touring to New Zealand with the rest of the squad. So now the two hookers you have is Magnus van der Merwe and Malcolm Marx. And for me, I believe Marx does deserve to get a start in this game. I feel like we're all just waiting for Malcolm Marx to have that kind of a game where he just explodes and everything he does, everything he touches just turns to gold. He hasn't had too many of those recently, but we know Malcolm Marx. Once he has that game, he is going to continue that flywheel momentum. And obviously, Oxenchair is going to give us a lot of scrum dominance, which we will need against the New Zealand pack, with the likes of Ethan de Groot obviously on the Lucid side as well, but being able to scrummage well and allowing South Africa to give New Zealand good scrum time pressure. Then moving on to our lock pairing, I've gone for something that I believe is going to give us consistency at the set piece and as well with ball in hand and at the breakdown. Now, I've gone for Eben Etzebeth. I think he's proven time and time again why indeed he is one of the first names on the team sheet. I've also now gone for, which some would say is controversial, but for me, I feel like this is the only way. I've gone for Ruan Nortje. Now, Ruan Nortje, for whatever reason, he gives us a sense of security when it comes to the set piece line out. When he played against Australia, we were able to get 100% success rate on our lineouts. When he didn't play the previous week, we were sitting at a shocking around 60%, which is absolutely horrendous for any kind of competitive rugby team, whether it's international or it is provincial. Now with Ruan Nortje, he also provides a sense of security with ball in hand and is really good at the breakdown. And both him and Eben can be attacking, depending on who the nine is on the day, can be attacking the New Zealand's nine's box kicks. And I'll get to why the kicking game is going to be absolutely essential for us this weekend. And as we know, Eben Etzebeth on these kicks that we do hoist is really, really good in running and contesting for it. And that doesn't mean him jumping, but him being a presence, and he's like 6 foot 100 or whatever it is, and him being able to put out his arm and contest for the ball. Then moving on to our loose trio, with the likes of Siya Kolisi right now not being 100% fit. Rassie Erasmus has come out during the week saying that playing Siya this week would be an emotional decision, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if Siya is 100% ready, if he's still got a bit of a niggle. They've said that Siya has been recovering quicker than what they expected, but that playing him would be an emotional choice. So I don't know what they're going to go with. I would love to see Siya start in the 8, obviously, with Jasper Wiese still having to serve one more games ban. But this is the loose trio that I have gone with. I think Marco van Staden has proved why he deserves to retain the 6th jersey. Pieter-Steph du Toit, I believe he's fit and will be seen in the 7 jersey on Saturday after his concussion protocols being kind of cleared off. And then Kwagga Smith, who is traditionally a founding member of the bomb squad, I think should start this game. Now, some might say Jean-Luc Depree should start this game, but why I say Kwagga is because Kwagga has been in these kind of games where he has the experience to be able to play a firing New Zealand squad, where Jean-Luc Depree over the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 really, 6 years, hasn't really had the same amount of experience that Kwagga Smith has. So having Kwagga Smith in the 8 jersey is not a bad shout, unless Siya Kolisi is fit enough to be able to wear the 6 jersey. So if Siya is fit, I would want to see Siya in this 8 jersey. But going off of the assumption right now and my context clues from the press conference that Rassie has held recently, I am going to go with Kwagga Smith, that seeing that Siya Kolisi is currently not well. Now, moving on to our back line, I have gone for Grant Williams. The current 9s in the squad right now is Grant Williams, Kobus Reinach, Faf de Klerk, and Morne van den Berg. Faf de Klerk landed in New Zealand maybe 6 or so hours ago in New Zealand, so I doubt that he'll be on the team sheet. If anything, we'll see him in next week's game, I believe in Dunedin or Auckland. I can't remember where it is, but we will see Faf later on. But I believe that Grant Williams right now is our best 9 and one of the best number 9s in the world. Grant Williams offers us quite a lot. He's able to break the line if need be. For example, seeing how he played against Australia, when Australia would rush us a couple of times, he was able to break that line and kind of throw the Australian rush defense off. Now, he has also really gotten good at hoisting these high box kicks, and that is going to be super imperative on the weekend, and that's why I have also gone to pair him with Handré Pollard. Now, some might say that Mani Libbok here, but why I'm saying Handré Pollard is because of this. The New Zealand squad, the back 3, Rico Ioane, Severis, and Will Jordan, have proven against Argentina that in both tests that they struggle under the high ball, right? They struggle under the high ball. They got pressurized a lot in their previous 2 test matches against Australia with security under the high ball. And with the South African DNA, which is kicking, is a part of it, having Grant Williams, who is an elite box kicker, and having a Handré Pollard, whose right foot is basically a paintbrush, allows us to continually hoist high balls at the wingers and fullbacks, and then have our wingers, who all of our wingers within the squad are exceptional under the high ball. It doesn't matter if it's Jason Colby, Edwin van der Merwe, Kurtley Arnza, Makazole Mapimpi, Kanan Moody, Apelele Fassi, doesn't matter who it is, they are all phenomenal under the high ball. That's why I have gone for the combination of Grant Williams and Handré Pollard. As much as we want to see expansive rugby, let's call it, this Eden Park game is going to require a certain level of the South Africans being conservative. Not go into their boxes or shells by any means, but it will require us to be a certain level of cautious and conservative and a lot more calculated. And that's why I believe that Handré Pollard marshalling the back line is going to be absolutely key. We saw the difference with Mani after that first 20 minutes he had in the first test. After that, he was not able to kind of bring back the game when Australia started to gain momentum. Handré Pollard has proven in the game against Australia had some good momentum, but he was able to rein things in and gain control back in that midfield, which against New Zealand, who thrive in broken play and thrive off of silly and small mistakes, is going to be essential on the weekend. Then moving on to the 12 and 13 jersey, there's absolutely no need for any kind of experimentation. We are going for the tried and tested Damian Delendi and Jesse Creel. And I think if Sia is not going to be on the pitch, Jesse Creel will wear the armband, which is going to be huge for him in captaining such a big game like this. Then moving on to our wingers, with the likes of Edel van der Merwe and Kurt Arends still out at this point in time. In the 11 jersey, I have gone for Canan Moodie. Now, Makazole Mampimpi is in this touring squad to New Zealand, but seeing as the fact that Moodie has had more game time than Makazole, I am cautious about putting Makazole in this team. But I would love to see Makazole play in this game. I hope I am proven wrong and Makazole Mapimpi is in this game, because Makazole Mapimpi does not play a bad game in a South African jersey. There's not a single person who I have asked who can point to a game for me where Makazole does not have a phenomenal game. Now, some might say that he's not the best defensively, but Canan Moodie has also been recently exposed for his lack of defensive prowess. Then obviously in the 14 jersey, we're going with the Boykie Cheslin Colby. No questions needed there. And like I said, with having Grant Williams, Handré Pollard is going to allow Cheslin Colby to be able to run into good spaces to contest the high balls on Sevu Reece or on Will Jordan or on whatever winger is lined up with him. Then moving on to our fullback, there's a couple of options that we could go here. We could have gone for Willie Leroux, we could have gone for Damian Willemse, or even a Sasha here, but I have gone for Fassi for the reason that I believe he is the most informed fullback we have. But that's not to discredit Willemse at all, because these are the kind of games that Willemse we've seen thrives in, these high pressure, high intense games where Willemse, we've seen him thrive time and time again. And also, this is a game where Willie would be able to do well, but with the use of kind of the experience of Pollard and the youth and dynamism of Fassi, I think that's a good balance for this test match against the All Blacks. So I've gone for Fassi, and I would have gone for Willie if he had been playing more minutes, but the fact that we haven't seen him play, it is a reason why I've gone for Fassi. For example, if Willie had played in the previous test match against Australia where he was actually supposed to play, I would have gone for Willie in this game. Now then, moving on to the bench, right? I don't have the bench on a nice display like I have it there, but moving on to the bench, for me, there is no question. It's either a 7-1 or it is a 6-2 split. No question about it. But for the sake of versatility, I have gone for a 6-2 split. And I'll start off with my backline players. I have gone for Kobus Reinach in the 9, and then I've gone for Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu in I've gone for Kobus Reinach in the 21 jersey, and then oh my goodness, I've gone for Kobus Reinach in the 21 jersey, and in the 23 jersey I have gone for Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu. Why, you ask? Sasha can cover center, 15 and 10 if need be, right? And he also gives us that little X factor, him coming off of the bench if Pollard does need to go off, which I think a conservative game plan and X factor at the right times is going to be what wins this game. And obviously Kobus Reinach can come on for Grant Williams, and if, for example, if Kenan Moody or Cheslin Colby gets a niggle, whatever the case may be, Grant Williams can move to the wing, or Fussy can move to the wing, or and then you keep Pollard on the pitch, and then you take Fussy out and you put Sasha in at 15. So there's a lot of versatility with having Sasha in the squad. Now moving on to our forwards, this is what I've gone for. I have gone for Bowen Fenton. I think this will be a huge game for him to. Sorry, not Bowen Fenton. Oh my goodness, I've gone for Jan Hendrik Wessels. I believe he is the most informed replacement prop that we have at this point in time, and he can cover hooker and loosehead prop. And then I have gone then for Marnus van der Merwe and then Thomas du Toit as the front three. And then I have then gone for Ergies Neyman and Franco Mostert. Why I have left Luke Luetiaga out of the squad is because, for me, I feel like we're moving past Luetiaga. I rate him as a player, but I believe that Ergies Neyman and Franco Mostert just provide way more in terms of their intensity, their threat in terms of line out. And I don't think Luetiaga possesses the same threat as they do. Now, Franco Mostert can also cover 6, 7, and 8 if he can cover 6, 7, and 8 if need be as well, if not covering lock. And Ergies Neyman just gives us so much comfortability with him coming onto the field in tight situations where we need a jolt of energy. Then going on to the final forward, I have gone for Jean-Luc Dupré, who then also gives us versatility in covering 6, 7, or 8. So yeah, guys, that is my 23. This is going to be an extremely interesting test match. I will give my official score prediction when the actual squad will be announced by Rassie Erasmus, most likely on Thursday. So I will give my team announcement at that point in time. But until then, let me know down in the comment section below. Do you think that I've got it right here with the squad, or do you think that I've got it wrong? Leave your opinions down below. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. 93% of you guys who watch my videos are not actually subscribed. Let us change that and subscribe today. We'll see you on the next episode of Retang Does Sports. Peace.